live. Dubs in the chat, on time stream, let's go! W's in the chat, W's in the chat, WWW. It's Thursday, we got the notes. This episode is brought to you by Doritos. And sponsored by viewers like you watching at home. All right, notes is out. We're capable of taking notes. Will we take one? I'm going to say no. Let's go with the reverse mind control. Single mom of two realizes no man wants her. Doritos. Or as they say in Mexican talk, Doritos.
A year ago today, I went through my man's phone, and my life is now forever changed. I'm now single mom raising 2 kids. You're so lucky. I am healed. Let's spend some child support, shall we? So right thought, obviously now that I'm single, it's kind of like awkward to have conversations with guys because now that I'm older, they're asking, oh, do you have kids? Obviously I'm not gonna have kids and I'm not embarrassed with my kids at all. But it just is awkward when...
Okay, so that's where she messed up. She went through her husband's phone, or her man's phone, and she found the other woman. Don't go looking for the other woman. Let your man cheat in peace.
They asked me also, like last night I got asked for the first time, do they have 2 different baby daddies or the same dad? And I was just like, yeah, because I was gonna let him think whatever, like he thought. So, but then he was like, so 2 different baby daddies? I was like, yeah. But the first one doesn't count because I was a teenager and he's my fault, so like I don't have 2, I have 1.
No, you have 2, ma'am.
So whatever, he didn't say anything, but it just kind
He
of...
stole a wax pen. He stole a wax pen.
If a guy's trying to pick between 2 women and one of them has kids and the other one doesn't, they're always gonna go with the one that doesn't have kids. So,
of course, at least you mix it.
So I feel like I have no chance at this point. And not even that I'm trying to find anybody serious anyway, like when I just got out of a divorce, I have no trust in men right now at all. I don't think I ever will. Obviously, family.
Ma'am, you picked those men. You chose to have kids with those men. It's your fault, ma'am. Take accountability.
I'm dating right now for fun, but I feel like once you tell a guy that you have kids, they automatically think like, oh, she's probably looking for a stepdad or a husband or something. And it's like actually not at all. Anyway, I just hate that I'm in this new position because I wasn't supposed to be.
Ma'am, you put yourself in this position. All those decisions that you made previously led to this, ma'am.
They say the longer you wait, the hotter you date. So at this point, I'm dating a fucking volcano.
I'm really frustrated right now because the one man I want is the man I will never settle for in my entire life. I don't care. You could run me over the bus, Regina Door style, and I will still never hesitate for that man.
Whoever is the girl that said, I don't need a man to buy me flowers, but I wouldn't date a man who doesn't. I don't need a man to provide for me, but I wouldn't date a man who doesn't. I don't need a man to open my doors, but I wouldn't date a man who doesn't.
Yes, ma'am, and we wouldn't date women that say they don't need a man.
You've changed my perspective, so thank you.
Hey, this is a crash out post. I'm currently crashing out. Sorry in advance. Women,
get married and have kids unless you plan on and are capable of becoming a single mom. Because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10.
So was the first woman the main topic of this? Like, who's the main? What was the main point of this? I thought it was the first woman. I thought we was about to go from there. Nope. Now it's been like 7 other women. Nothing's concise.
I don't know. Statistically high. That's probably what's gonna happen to you. No, I love being a mom. I really do. And in fact, I quite enjoy most of the time being a single mom. This shit is not fair. The world is not set up for single moms. You will struggle. I don't.
Yes, man, and whose fault is that? Why didn't you think about this before having a kid? Who told you it was easy? Who? Yes, man, life isn't fair, but nobody forced you to have a kid. That should be a very, very
Life
decision
is
that you have to think
unfair.
about for a long, long time. And
Malcolm
now you
X
know
theme
all the
song.
cons. How do you just have a kid like that without knowing how hard it is?
I don't care what job you have. I don't care how much you get paid. Especially in this economy.
That's
right now,
burned in the
world
brains
is
of
not set
all
up
the
for single
90s
moms.
babies.
It will be fucking hard.
That theme
Women buying
song.
houses. I think yeah, 30% of UK households
Life
are single people
just
now, and then women are buying their own homes much faster than single men. There's like a lot of women are just being like, yeah, I'm just gonna build my life, and then if you fit into it, I think it's terrifying for a lot of people to see that and be like, oh my god, there's gonna be all these happy fulfilled women. What does that mean for the world?
You'll never ever catch me with a younger guy again. Not even one day younger than me. 10 years older plus only. That's my rule now. I said what I said. I don't believe this relationship to this, and I'm lost. I don't know what the fuck I am.
So if it's a woman's preference to date older guys, why are men vilified, villainized? Why are men made to be villains for dating younger? It's like she just clearly said, I need to be dating older, 10 years older. So why are we villainized for dating younger women? Oh, it's because you can't go back in time and become younger.
So I
I can tell you what happened. That younger guy just slept with her, used her, and then...
Because you don't qualify.
might be playing
So
that.
you have to
know,
shade.
I had me addicted somehow, one way or another.
Feminist left husband for younger guy.
You don't qualify what the man wants, so you gotta use shaming language. Oh yeah, we're hip. We're hip to your game.
Becomes homeless and tries to crawl back to husband. He said no.
How, had me addicted, he got a rental agreement, he got to stay in the property, I believe. And I went to my ex-husband, in here down, I just said, hey, I got a problem, I'm out of work, and he said, let's stay, and he said, no, done.
All these little girls are like, my boyfriend's a narcissist. I'm like, no, he's not. No, he's not. And I told him why. And then everyone went, oh. I said, if you're dating.
And she probably divorced him. My wife divorced me, and then sometime later, oh, I'm down on my luck. I need a place to stay. Oh well, you had a place to stay when you were married. Better figure it out. Better sleep on them streets. Get you a cardboard box.
Being a narcissist, you will not post on social media you're dating a narcissist.
Don't let them bed bugs bite.
He's gonna come for you. You will not have that video up. So you say I'm dating a narcissist, guarantee you that. And everyone kind of came at me, and I'm like, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
If you think the dating scene sucks as a woman, go get yourself a brother. Okay, and go listen to their interpretation of the dating world. It seems near impossible for these men. Like, if we as women, we hold power. I think we just have. And just somehow it's been translated that we are, like, not thriving in the dating scene. No. Go talk to a man. I would say go talk to a straight male friend, but I don't agree with female-male friendships anymore. It's bad for them. No. So I made a video the other day talking about how men deserve to be treated like a prize, too. And the amount of women in my comments saying, oh, men as A, they're violent, men are worse, blah, 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 blah. I said nothing about protecting men like that. I was just talking about how men in general deserve to be treated with love and respect.
Yes, man, but you can't say anything good about us because in their mind, all men are bad. All...
They just like don't want to love and respect us. Like the fuck, that's all we asking for. Hey, can we get a little bit of love and respect? 50, 11 comments. No. Blah blah blah. You can't get love and respect because of this. We hate men. Like Zizam.
Men are toxic. All men are shit.
How on earth? You need fucking therapy.
No, man, that wouldn't help because they have a low IQ. That won't change anything.
Is it true that men are less attractive to successful women?
You show a man a photograph of a woman who's dressed like a CEO and she's gorgeous, and you show a man a picture of a woman who's dressed like a Burger King service, person, and she's drop dead gorgeous. Men are gonna find her similarly attractive in both conditions.
I don't believe in that. I think that only a stupid guy will see that.
I mean, whichever one of them female dogs like me is what the winner.
And think, oh, they're both similarly attractive. When I see a CEO, I think, oh, she's more masculine. She wants to be a leader. She will fight with me all the time. She thinks everything I say is wrong and everything she says is right. And I don't want to date another guy.
Doesn't matter.
All right, ladies, can we come back from the egg? I've just been on I think, 4th date, and I'm really giving this guy a shot because he's really lovely. Like, he's just such a nice guy. He ticks so many boxes, and he's tall, he's kind, he's just, like, really lovely. But on our 2nd date, he was so clingy. Like, he was hugging me at one point, being like, I like you so much. I would do anything to make you happy. And I know that sounds good. Like, that's what
No, that doesn't sound good, no. That sounds creepy, guys. Don't do that, especially on the 2nd date.
you want someone to say to you, but it was our 2nd date. It was very, I don't even know what the word is.
Busy.
Creepy.
But it really gave me the ick. And I'm trying. I've just got home from a 4th date, and I'm just wondering, is it
Like
so
the show just started.
When you have the ick for someone that you want to give them a chance because they're lovely.
We're not even 11 minutes in.
Talking has intense flavor.
Doritos. Better than Cheetos, better than Fritos, better than mosquitoes. Doritos. Chop, chop, chop. Judo flip. Thought my mic came out. Thought I heard the mic pop. Mic check, mic check.
And why do you think she wants to give the nice guy a chance? Because she's tired of assholes, because she's tired of Chad just sleeping with her and then ghosting her, that's why.
And you pick it up.
Craziest thing you did to get back at a man that hurt you. Wow, these are some pretty insane comments.
Oh, wow, okay.
This girl said he went to jail and I booked every single visit so he couldn't get visitors for 1 straight year.
No way. That's good.
Found his dad on Tinder. He told me his parents recently got divorced. Slept with his dad, sent him a photo, and blocked him before he got a chance to respond.
Oh my.
These are heavy.
Look at his dad. I'm literally unpacked his dad.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if you sleep with my dad, I'm gonna be happy for my. I'm gonna be happy for my dad. Be having my dad clap cheeks.
Yeah.
Okay, Dad. Go, Dad.
Deleted years worth of gaming from his Xbox. You would cry. You would actually
That
cry.
resonates with me.
Yeah.
That resonates with me. I can feel that pain.
Got with his boss and we text both of them at the same time. His boss one day sat and talked about this amazing woman he met.
Bullshit.
And then we had the best time last night and then showed my ex the pet glass. These are actually mental.
Mate, let me go.
Took him on a trip to Florida, cancelled all his credit cards and debit card, booked a flight back home while he was sleeping in the hotel and checked out early.
How can you cancel somebody else's credit card if it's not in your name? And if you're a woman? I don't get it.
Mate,
This
this is
is like
like...
movies.
Well, she figured out a way.
This is even genius sort of stuff. Yeah, very addictive.
Yeah. Took the linked shoe of each pair of his shoes. I ended up taking 32 shoes and most of them were Jordans and Timberland.
He's not that many shoes.
They're just trying to use them every morning.
Every one of them.
Another day, another nightmare. I don't want to have this belief that all men are liars, but it's just so annoying when you meet guys who are not. I don't know. So I met this guy on a dating app.
Ma'am, men will lie and will say everything that you want to hear to sleep with you. It's your duty to see through the bullshit. It's your duty to see beyond.
Whatever I gotta say to clap cheeks. My goal is to clap cheeks. Whatever I gotta say, whatever delusion I gotta fill you with. If I like blue and you like red, then hey, I like red. Whatever I gotta say, the clap cheeks.
On the lies to see the red flags. If you didn't see the red flags, or you didn't know how to see the red flags, or you ignored them, it's your fault, ma'am.
And we had a couple of dates. Everything went really well. He was so into me. Like, I really want to see you. I want to spend every second with you. I don't think this is casual. I'm looking for long term. Blah blah blah.
Of course, they're not going to tell you just want to have fun if they know you want to have a relationship. They want to lie to you and tell you exactly what you want to hear, and then sleep with you and then ghost you, ma'am.
And then we were trying to set the third date, and I said, well, I'm free tomorrow all day. And he said, oh, it's 4 o'clock. And I said, oh, I'd rather do the first part of the day because it's nicer on a Sunday morning, I suppose. And he said, oh, I've got lunch with my nephew, and he's sad. Let me see what I can do. And I said, no, it's fine, don't worry, family first. Like, do your thing, and then we'll do another day. And then today, I had a date to myself, so I thought, I'll go to the National Trust place and, read a book, do something nice. And the place was, they had no parking, so I had to leave. And I left, and I went to another place, the garden. It was another National Trust place. And I was walking towards a place where I could sit down and read my book. And guess who was sat on the bench on a date? This guy. Yes, he lost his words. He was trying to charm this lady, and he lost his words when he saw me. And I looked away, and that was it. So, why are...
So what? I forget how the intro was. I forget how it started. So I guess she was BSing, and he didn't have time for her BS, and then took a shorty out who wasn't BSing, or maybe that's wrong. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I completely blanked out the whole beginning part of what she was talking about.
You're a man like this. Why do you say these things if you're not interested?
Ma'am, women do the same.
Was not interested. Was not paying attention.
Keep their options open while dating, and they will date several men. They won't date just
That's
one.
why we had the notes.
Or what's going on? You can't have 10 women. Like, just put your shit together. He's 40, by the way, 40.
Last night, I went on a date with someone who I met at the gym months ago. He'd been asking me out for months, and for one reason or another, either I was talking to someone else or our schedules didn't align. We never had the opportunity.
She said 40, like she was trying to shame him, but like he's 40 in like the prime of his life. So he's 40 years old. Everything that he's worked for, like everything has just been compound interest. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's at his richest level. So yeah, he's at his prime. Oh, he's 40 years old. Okay, yeah, and he's successful.
To go out, but last night was finally the night,
And he's trying to date thoroughly and properly. You know what I'm saying? Pick the right. You know what I'm saying? And spend the rest of his. You know what I'm saying? With. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
it went so poorly. We didn't even make it to dinner. We started out by going to a bar first to get one cocktail, and the plan was to go to dinner afterwards. At first, the date was going fine. He was making jokes about going on like our third and fourth date where he would want to take me. We were getting to know each other, jobs, careers, hobbies.
Game. That's just game. You run with whoever. Whoever would have been in front of me would have heard that same line. Oh, he told me this. He told me that. Yes, I would have told that to anybody. Copy, and it's a script. Copy and paste. Insert any person. Oh, you told me this. Yes, I would have told that to your sister, your cousin, anybody, your grandmother, who survived World War II, was hiding in an attic.
Interests, all the things, and we got drinks for fun time of us just vibing, and there definitely were some things that we didn't agree with or align on in terms of like our morals and interests and I guess just perspective on the world.
It's clear it won't work, man. If you don't have the same morals, if you don't have the same values, if you don't want the same things in life, it won't work out, no matter how much you love each other.
And so when the check-in, he was like, all right, next up, we'll go to dinner. And then, lo and behold, we get in the car. We started driving to the restaurant, and he very politely was like, honestly, I think if you're cool with it, I think I'm just going to drop you off. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure, absolutely, like, totally fine. And he said there's just a few things that he felt like we weren't that compatible on. And
yeah, good for him. He saw the red flags, he saw that you don't want the same things in life, so he ended it. Good for him.
And our morals and interests didn't really fully align.
Yeah.
And to just be proactive in dating with intention, he didn't think that he could see things going any further. So
Good for him.
I say that because we all get rejected, and obviously it never feels good, but I think it's so important to have grace for yourself and to handle a situation with respect for the other person, for yourself. Respect their boundaries. They have boundaries, it's a good thing, and we want to hold tight to them. I think the way we handle rejection actually means more about our character and how we handle being wanted.
Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.
And then the video is just over. Nothing. No notes. I don't know. Don't remember none of that. I wouldn't rewatch the video. I'm glad I never have to watch this video again. I've already seen like those videos at least 4 times. That's probably like the 7th time. Tired of those videos. Alright, latest video from 2 hours ago. Women finally admit the good men were right to walk away. ... Passport sis catching L's in Colombia. Interesting. Interesting. 20 to 40% chance. Women won't be laughing soon. ... Interesting. I want to know. I want to know what's T. Clock it. She saw the guy she rejected 11 years ago and instantly regretted it. Oh, love a good one of those stories. Whatever you call that. Love a good one of those stories. Which video? Actually, now that I thought about it, I don't know. It might just be passport sisters. They're either like catching STDs or like it's like financial. They're getting like scammed. And it's not going to be about dating. So now that I thought about it, that might be an L video. But we'll watch it anyway.
Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Rhett. You have the Rhythm Solo Traveler ORD.
Part 2 to looks matter in Medellin, and anybody who says they don't is lying. Disclaimer, if you are not interested in self-improvement in terms of appearance, if you feel like you should come here and wear what you want to wear and people treat you the same as everybody else, please just don't put in my comments arguing. I don't think it makes you any less of a person. Wear what you want to wear, do what you want to do. This is for my people who are trying to assimilate. Now,
You're just trying to bring your own culture into another culture, thinking that you're still going to be seen the same way. No, you're not. Some women are just too big to be wearing what they wear in the United States. Just nobody tells them about it.
Yeah, if your woman is going out there and you're wearing sleeping clothes, you know, the pajama pants, out in the street, buying time, things like that, I'm sorry, they're gonna look at you and make fun of you. They would know that you would bring that no matter what. Right off that, because women in Medellin, you know, this is what they do. First off, before they even leave their house needs to be clean. They clean up their house. Then they're gonna make sure that they look pretty before they step out. That's one of the biggest things about them. They're gonna make sure they show out and look nice. You know, there's none of this just look whatever any kind of way as you step out the house. They don't play that.
far too many gringos come here and they ask the question, how do I not look like a foreigner? Well, that's pretty hard. Because even if you don't necessarily have the appearance,
I look like a foreigner everywhere, except for obviously in Cambodia or maybe China.
I want to look like a foreigner.
don't focus on that.
I want to look like America, wherever the F I go.
So basic hygiene. You got to tell people to have basic hygiene before they go visit a third world country. Wow.
I want a golden bald eagle on my shoulder and a cape of the American flag wherever I go.
Your shoes need to be clean. So it's not about wearing a particular brand. No, they care more about are you put together, are you clean. Start your day
an
with a bath.
automatic
Always.
rifle.
Always. I don't care if you're going to the gym. Start your day with a bath. You can always take another bath when you get back from the gym. I know some of y'all feel like it's a waste of time. To me, it's well worth it.
Oh no.
Because America.
Places like Colombia where it's so humid and stuff. Yeah.
And on the automatic pew pew, it says, what the Second Amendment, whatever the amendment is for the pew pews.
Yes, that is that's very important. You cannot leave the house looking bad, smelling bad. That's a negative, especially in Colombia.
Hey everyone, my name is Jackson Wing. I'm the Senior Product Manager at
Doritos.
Do not stink. Millennials do not stink. You can go on the metro in the middle of the day during lunchtime after everybody's been moving around and it will be packed and you won't smell nobody.
I like
The reason being is they believe in minimum 2 baths a day. One in the morning, one at night.
that's the usual for me. You know.
And it's not uncommon for them to take a couple additional baths in the middle of the day depending on what they can do.
Yeah, what they be doing as well as the heat. During certain times in Medellin, it's very hot, especially since they don't wear shorts. That's not common. So you'll see them walk around with pants and things of that nature. So I just from being outside most of the day, especially for the fellas. You know, they gotta go in and go take a shower or something because it's musty out hot with those pants on. Especially for us stores. You know, us guys coming from
Yeah, a lot of us are not used to the heat and used to the sweating, so just sweat all over, just at least until you acclimate to the climate.
colder cities, being out there moving around. Yeah, you gotta take a shower no matter what. After you get done walking around.
They don't have a problem. Smell good. Always. The men here, these are the best smelling men that you have ever smelled in your life. When you smell a whiff of a man's cologne here, you're like, oh, I hope when I turn around, the look matches the cologne. Yeah, they smell good. They smell good.
Yeah, which is true. That's the biggest thing out there. It's all about the culture. Smelling good, looking good. That's what it is. But if you guys want to continue listening to her message, you guys can go ahead and check her out. Like her name is the Passport Sis. We'll move on to the next video. So this is it.
Wasn't what I expected. I was thinking money. She was talking about how them ninjas smell. They take baths. They take a bath every hour. Okay, good for them. Big L, I guess. Passport sis is taking L because they take a shower every hour. Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, I would slap the dog. Would slap the dog. Whoever's titling these videos. If you depicted the guy she rejected 11 years ago.
Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Rhett. You have anything from modern dating here?
He and I met in college. He was trying to get me to give him a chance all throughout college, and I kept saying no. And then, but last night when he was giving his speech as the best man, I was feeling so nostalgic, and I was kind of feeling a little bit of regret. I was like, you know, I kind of have this feeling that he was the one that got away. The thing that I wanted the entire time was in front of me the whole time.
After 11 years, she saw him again, and that's when she realized that she fumbled a good one.
Unfortunately, I know better than any of the emotionally unavailable men that have ever broken my heart, because I too used to be extremely emotionally unavailable. And I can now say that I truly understand why men will come back to one specific woman over and over again, because the one that got away is real. And maybe I'm generalizing here. I know that men go back to women for other reasons, but I choose to believe that some of them actually are just emotionally unavailable and get afraid to commit to someone and push that person away, which is exactly what I did when I was 25 years old. So I was at my friend's wedding last night, and the best man at her wedding was actually the first man that I have ever had any sort of relationship with in my whole life. He and I met in college. He was trying to get me to give him a chance all throughout college, and I kept saying no. And then a few years after college, I finally decided to give it a go. So like, this man was pursuing me hard, but me, being the 20-something-year-old I just viewed him as a friend, and because of that reason, I just couldn't view him as anything else. But anyways, this man saw me and still sees me to this day exactly the way that I strive to be seen by a partner. I just didn't realize at the time. Like, he could read me like nobody else, and I would barely even tell him anything, but he just somehow saw right through my soul. And that's exactly the kind of relationship that I'm looking for. But when I was 25 years old, I was not self-aware to the level that I'm at now. I had done absolutely zero healing work. I had no idea why.
Okay, he wasn't a Chad, and he wasn't emotionally unstable. He didn't do crazy things to excite my emotions. He was too stable. Okay, we got it. No, I'm good. 2 videos down. I've seen that video like a lot. At least 6 times. women finally admit Doritos. Finally admit good men were right to walk away in 2026. I'm a man. I can answer.
Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. We have videos of Man Reacts.
As if we didn't have enough fun trends going around. For some reason, I think there's a trend where women are coming on here and telling the entire world who they won't date and singling out groups of men. And I just want to say that men, for so long, have been told now why they're not good enough, not tall enough, not fit enough, don't have enough money. All of the many, many things that women come up with to emasculate or degrade them. That I gotta tell you, they don't care. They don't care anymore, ladies. If you come on here and you're voicing your
We do not care.
They feel like, hey, thanks for letting me know who you are.
It's why we laugh when they talk about the male loneliness epidemic. Yep. It's not the men who are lonely. It's the women making those videos and projecting that onto the men they aren't attracted to as some kind of coping mechanism.
Yeah, we know who to avoid.
Can I just say it's extremely frustrating that no one talks to each other on the street anymore. I just walked down Whole Foods. There was a guy I was staring at while shopping.
See, they only say this because a guy didn't approach them. They never say this when people are just like a hot guy didn't approach them, because this stuff happens every single day all the time, right? But when a hot guy doesn't approach them, now they gotta make a video about like, oh, society sucks now. Men aren't men anymore.
And he was staring at me. I was clearly interested in giving him all the signs. And he's
Okay, I don't know if that's covered. Can't do too much music.
We do not care.
There you go. There we go. We got the soundboard, chat. Dubs in the chat. W soundboard. Let's go.
he still didn't approach me. But like I also didn't approach him. And what does that say about me? I guess I have to be that person in this modern day because men don't pursue women anymore. Like I just want to be pursued. And I guess I'm part of the problem.
Please hit on me only if you're hot, is the reason no man approaches.
I said it.
You women bash average men for trying to approach on social media. We don't want to be involved in that anymore.
Hey, so do we have a road intercession? So Valentine's Day 2026, the data is out. Valentine's Day celebrations hit a record low in Australia in 2026, 24% down. So the data shows less people are celebrating Valentine's Day, fewer people are giving gifts on Valentine's Day, and then when they are giving gifts, they're spending less on those gifts. And data from Google Trends also shows that less people are searching for Valentine's Day gift ideas. So it appears that people care less. So
People or men? What do you think looks for all those ideas? Who does all the extravagant things when it comes to Valentine's? Men just gave up on trying to impress women.
just about the post should we cancel Valentine's Day? It looks like many people have.
Men have woken up and realized it's an overpriced gift.
I forgot I was
It's another day of marketing and money spending, nothing more.
Here we go.
Valentine gifts feel like a forced, empty gesture. There are 365 days every year to show your partner how you feel about them. Why should that particular one be the focus?
Don't cancel me, please. I'm just starting to get followers on this app. But as someone who really believes that women are worth their weight in gold, does anyone else get a little bit too money hungry, a little too this or that, a little too transactional? Like, I was overhearing like a girl in a conversation at the store, and she was like, yeah, this guy is nice, whatever, want to take me on dates, we can like get to know each other, but I'm not going nowhere until he pays the bill. What? Why would you do that? I feel like there's like a fine line that's being like played with these days.
Yes, why would he pay your bill? You're an adult. It's called adulting. Pay your own bill. Pay your own bill and bills.
It goes from like having standards and knowing your worth to kind of gross. It's kind of gross. Is it just me?
So many Western women want a sponsor. We men want a partner, not a bill. Western women made dating transactional. Now they have to deal with the consequences.
What the does that mean? I don't get why I'm still single.
What the bleep?
I'm a catch. What is going on in my life where I don't have a man? Or are my standards too high? Do I box myself in a corner all the time? Nowadays, men today.
She like your standards
What
too
happened to
high.
masculinity? What happened to chivalry?
What happened to femininity?
What happened to men courting women? What
She
happened
is
to that?
masculine.
Back in the day, dating was so much.
She is speaking
It was fun
masculinely.
to-
What happened to this? What happened to that?
Like a man. He sounds so masculine. Aggressive.
Today's dating is hell. You give a guy your number, and all of a sudden you don't hear from them until like 3 or 4 days later. What's the point of me giving you my number? If you're not gonna text me, I don't get it. The talking doesn't go as far as the actual act. There are no, oh, let me take you out to dinner. Let's go catch a movie. Let's go to a cafe and get to know each other. What's with all the endless text messages? What happened to men actually planning dates? What happened to it? I don't get it. How do you date?
Feminism happened, and we men rode along with it. You can't blame us for giving you what you wanted. It's women's problem, not our problem.
Who knew that saying I'd require a non-refundable deposit to take me on a date in 2026 would send so many broke men into a spiral? They honestly forget that I am paying for a babysitter, transportation, nails, hair, makeup.
Single mom, guys. Expect deposits before she dates you.
Your time, effort, most of those things cost me money. And yes, I am now dating with intention. I am dating to marry, and I'm
Now.
a very big provider. And if that offends you in any way, you were never my target audience. It's like so funny to me that my content is actually rage bait for angry men because I originally started posting for the girls and just to connect with like other single moms and women in general. But triggering men actually accidentally just became my favorite new hobby. So I'm gonna keep doing that.
Post-wall women expecting the Disney experience is wild to me.
It is.
Guys that are attractive or have money won't be dating a single mom, let alone anyone asking for
Nah.
help. So you'll end up with desperate
Chief Keef, no. I gotta find that.
You're 19. So in the Gen Z culture, what is the relevant way of like the dating? Is it through app? Is it through just meeting someone in person?
Like, well, okay, no, that's it.
Really?
No, I don't know.
What?
Well, for some cases, yes, it's better. Just like better yourself every day. There's no and don't
What?
They talk about bettering yourself every day. Women and self-improvement? Right.
There's only 2 things in life that I find you never have to find it. That's death and love.
Well, you said don't date, but what does that mean?
If he came to me, I didn't go looking.
Is it like a benefit or a serious? But there's some people in your generation, none of them are really dating now.
No, this is fucking up.
What?
It's fucking, but like, you can't put it.
They both look soulless and ran through. None of them seems virgin, pure, and untouched. They both look like you could put them on the side of the street, late night hours, and make some money off of them.
It's so obvious they went to TikTok University. We're in a whole pandemic.
Yep.
And then they wonder why the last of the real men are going outside of the United States to find women.
My husband doesn't buy me flowers anymore. My boyfriend isn't taking me on nice dates. I wish my man did half the things that you're in it for you. If this is a conversation that you were having with friends, which I've had plenty of these conversations, people coming to me saying these things, then listen up. I know this conversation has nothing to do with how to get your man to do these things. I need you to do me a favor and draw a circle around yourself and work on everything inside of that circle. Is your man in that circle? No, just you. When was the last time that you did something nice for him? When was the last time you cooked him a favorite meal or baked him a favorite treat, wrote him a sweet little note, picked up something at the store that you thought that you would like? When was the last time that you inconvenienced yourself for him? Him buying you flowers, cooking you dinner, taking you on a nice date, those are all him inconveniencing himself for you. Have you even shown your gratitude to him? Have you ever been, said thank you or been appreciative of the things that he's done for you? The best piece of advice that I ever received was to outdo your spouse or significant other in love. It's easy for us women to constantly be pursued, but once you're in a partnership, it is a two-way street.
Not buying no flowers. Flowers is free. I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna pick a flower. It's like, oh, in my travels, I saw this flower and I picked it for you. I ain't paid for this. Doritos.
This is
Hell yeah, you're competing to show who love each other more. You're about to have a wonderful relationship.
what men are doing in 2026. We're matching energies. We are no longer giving more than we receive. We're no longer making sacrifices for someone that doesn't appreciate anything.
One thing I've been noticing with guys when I go out is instead of them speaking to you directly, like if you're walking, let's say you're walking down the street, right? Y'all are on your way, for example, and you're walking this way, he's walking this way, he'll wait till you pass him, like right after you pass him, to say, oh, like, oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, the baddies is out tonight. Oh, I can't. Did you see who we just walked? Like, oh my goodness. And it's giving like girly. I'm sorry, that's something that girls do. You are a man. Why are you waiting till I walk past you to say that you think I'm fine? Am I supposed to turn around and be like, hey, dude?
Because maybe he didn't notice you until right when he saw you and then passed you.
Dude, you talking to me? You think I'm ready? Me?
They just think we're just playing games all the time because they're constantly playing games. No, it's just sometimes men are just very straightforward. Oh shit, she's hot, and we walk off.
Like, you're a man. Be a man. Be bold. It's getting passive. It's getting scary. Like, are you scared to go after what you want?
It's passive, okay.
No one, none at all. Not me, no one at all. Go after it. I don't know. Stay on Instagram and keep on the playground because it's like, for you to not say nothing until I walk past you, let me ignore you in your face. I'm not gonna talk to you. Let me ignore you in your face. I'm gonna ignore you behind your back too, but I don't have no choice now. But like, who gonna be the boys? Who gonna be the boys? If you just kind of like, oh, sit on fine. Sit on fine. Hey, me on fine, please. Who's gonna be the boys?
Women need to understand that just because we think you're attractive doesn't mean we actually want you.
Correct.
Sometimes we just admire beauty and move on. It's not that hard to grasp.
What is happening? Marriage in Australia is at an all-time low. Check out the trend the last 50 years. But any time, the only exception where in a year it did trend upwards was directly post-COVID. So in COVID, we saw a drastic decline for obvious reasons, and then post-COVID, we saw an increase, but then it continued to trend down. The state with the highest rate of marriage is New South Wales, followed by Western Australia, and then the state with the lowest rate of marriage is Northern Territory. Now, whilst people aren't or opting to get married, it doesn't mean they're single, although the stats do show more people are living alone than in previous decades.
Men have seen their dads and uncles be erased by a bitter ex in the family court for decades. They're simply opting out rather than losing everything if the relationship fails. Fix the family court and harshly punish false claims. Problem solved.
Is it a male loneliness epidemic? It should be a male sexist epidemic. In any case, I just don't know. Because when I was growing up in the 2000s, as a girl about to shake her ass, what I see now is appalling. It's not just about the men. We're the men's Adam's apples. Back in the day, we used to have real big Adam's apples. I always started with penis sizes. Back in the day, it was slim. Now, nothing I noticed is naked.
We can't do anything about our Adam's apples and penis size. You do know that, right?
Very deep voices, baritone, vibrant, disability, sugar voices. Now, everybody's voice is so high. Nothing.
I mean, microplastics and all this other junk might have something to do with it, but...
Have you noticed that these men can't grow beards? And that facial hair is really spotty? Back in the day, men used to grow all kinds of facial hair and just muscles and just beautiful bodies. Now, Nothing I noticed is that back in the day, men used to dress to impress. And men would take such pride in their appearance. And not only they look good, they smell good. Like, you know how I don't get on a man by the way he smelled. These men nowadays wear pants hanging out their ass. They got shoe gamers having multiple pairs of tennis shoes, and it's not like me. Nothing. Let's talk about men staring at you in the club. They don't do that back in the day. If a man not dancing to interested in you,
She don't smell. We don't care. Not valid. Your opinion's not valid. Yes, you smell like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying?
She's saying she notices about men, but have you not noticed the difference in women from your era too? Or
Can't pass her nothing.
Let's talk about section 8 here.
Square.
And this section now, just full of men sitting on the couches like baddies.
Get your square
Tables on the stages. It's so fucking weird. Women do that.
esophagus out of the circle. Yeah. I almost said circus.
Women now have tattoos like bikers. What happened to the women with no nose rings and no tattoos? I mean, look at you. The feminine energy is gone.
I think the men these days are being bred a little bit different.
Nose ring
They're
alert.
not as willing to
Nose ring alert.
be productive, take a risk, and so I think that shows up when they're out and about. Like, men aren't really approaching as much as they used to, and I think they're more content, kind of staying behind the phone, liking you on an app. I even have like liking my Instagram pictures a lot, or like liking my story. That's not considered making a move. Like, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna see you liking my pictures and DM me like, hi.
You say that, but you just admitted you saw people like you, and you think that's why they like your photos.
Yeah, like at minimum,
Or like leading you to like
right. Like that's not my job.
Why is it always our fault? It is easy to blame one side and not consider the whole context or reason behind this. But that would take awareness and accountability,
Right.
and you women lack them.
And you gotta play hard to get because men love the chase. They actually don't anymore. Okay, they are not fucking with the chase anymore. Let me tell you, ladies, it has changed. Okay.
I mean, it's like you used to chase and then like you used to catch it eventually, but now it's just like chase forever for nothing. Nah, I'm good.
And look, I'm not actually unhappy about all of it. It's been ingrained in us as young women that not to be too easy, right? And that men love the chase, and that they're only gonna want you if you don't want
If that was the case, then most of you guys would still be virgins, but it is not.
them, and you gotta play hard to get it, right? And I always thought it was bullshit, honestly. I don't want to. That takes too much work, you know? But now it's gone too far the other way, where they want us to literally do all the work instead. It's unfortunate that both men and women are getting fed horrible advice, horrible information from both sides. That's really honestly pitting us against each other. Let's just literally treat both men and women the same, like how we want to be treated, equally, and I think we'll be good, right?
The chase was fun when there was a chance at winning. Now it's a humiliation ritual.
I hate to be the bearer of
bad news, but as a dating coach and matchmaker who's worked with over 6,000 men, I'm here to report that many of the traits that go along with being a nice guy do in fact hinder you in the dating market.
And so let's dig into that a little deeper, because is it that, first of all, what makes a nice guy? Like, what are those traits that you're talking about that hinder you? And then also, is it in the long run that nice guys do better? So maybe you're just talking about the dating scene versus the actual sealing the deal marriage situation.
Yeah. So I want to be clear, women find kindness and empathy attractive, but oftentimes the qualities that also make a man attractive early on dating are at tension with that. So being confident, not being worried about what other people think, going after what you want are all very attractive when it comes to dating. And so if you are overly agreeable and scared of what other people think, that's going to hold you back. The classic example is the guy who's scared to rock the boat at work and go after that raise is going to be a lot less attractive to a woman than a guy who does go after that.
So before everybody goes out to get a neck tattoo and start giving hugs, is it possible most people, when you think of nice guys, they confuse the nice guys with tryhards, and maybe what girls really don't like are tryhards?
Absolutely. And if you are overly nice and you're afraid of what other people think, that often will hold you back from approaching a woman in person, for example. Because inherently, if you are approaching strangers, you're going to hear rejection. You're going to get people who aren't nice to you back. And so if you're scared of that tension and you're scared of that adversity, then you're going to be less likely to approach, and that is also something that women find unattractive.
70% divorce rate in America, and the nice guy is the problem. Guys just stay single. These women can never be satisfied.
That was like 86% divorce rate.
They're always looking for something or someone to blame.
A little higher than that.
The theme is it's men's fault. We're not doing enough. It's men's fault. They're doing too much. It's men's fault for giving up. It's men's fault for not giving up. It's always just men's fault. We're just tired of it. We're just wanting it. Please subscribe. I'm gonna really appreciate that. You guys, ciao.
Okay, I feel like we made the right decisions. We got out of the right videos at the right times. If you've never seen it before, well, you're not missing anything. Let's watch this one. Let's get some tea. Doritos. I'm fried. My reaction time's a little slower. Wax is whooping my associates.
Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. Yeah, because Alexander Grace.
There's just something about men sleeping in that I can't stand. Like, I'm a where, as a man, why are you still asleep? You should be outside going to go, I just can't, I don't know. Wake up. Why are you all dainty still laying in bed? Why are you still sleeping? Get up. Go clock in. Okay, go build a house. Go clean the grill. I don't know. Find something to do. Wake up.
It is not an accident that she used the word dainty. It is
right. It's sign language, was what the Godfather always says. You know, shame, insult, need to be right.
The feminized insult that is specifically designed to shame him. You know how I know that women were lying every time they spoke about equality? It's because of how violently they react against any man that engages in activity or behavior that was traditionally reserved for women.
Things that guys do better for girls. Instagram. What are you posting on Instagram, dump? Go build a house. Your house is on a hill that ain't built.
Okay, so femininity is her territory. Rest and relaxation is a woman's domain. And these women, they don't want men muscling in on their space. Plus, women are attracted to masculinity. And so, what's the problem? Of course, women want to see men out, active and ambitious in the world, building and creating something. That's one of the reasons that we are told that women police the behavior of their husbands and their boyfriends, so that they can remain attracted to them. And that's somewhat true, as are many of the other reasons that women will admit to. Like if she depends on him for leadership. She doesn't like him sleeping or relaxing or doing his hobbies because it's like the leader has gone MIA. Or she feels anxious and chaotic inside. She's jealous of how peaceful and calm his inner masculinity is. Or she likes seeing him working because it reassures her that his masculinity is not deteriorating, that he's battle ready.
See, this is good. This got we should have picked this one first. This got like stats and statistics. We could have analyzed this.
Has that her woman's work is never done, and so he should do his man's work. I mean, personally, the truth and validity of each of these is somewhat questionable.
I can see how some of these can be thought of by women, how women can think of some of these things as like, oh yeah, I need men to obviously be ready or whatever, but it's very stupid, right? Because none of these things actually matter. Why does he need to be battle ready for what? For what's going to happen in society nowadays? Nothing really, but jealous of his calmness. Yeah, I can see that.
I think some are justifiable, others are just justifications. But you notice that they all have something in common, which is that if you ask a woman, why don't you like your man relaxing or sleeping in or engaging in his hobbies, these are the reasons that women will offer. They're happy to volunteer these reasons because they're not embarrassed by them. But if there was a darker motive, do you think that women would feel comfortable confessing? Would they actually admit to it? Or would they do everything they could to keep that hidden from men, to make sure that he never discovers what her actual dark motive is? Well, sucks for them because that's what we're going to explore in today's video. You guys in a relationship, I have a little experiment for you. Like, I warn you, you might not like the answer that you get from your partner or the implications of it, so try this at your own peril. Ask your wife this question. Honey, if I made a genius investment and I suddenly came into like $10 million or whatever is enough to support us both long into retirement, if that occurred, how would you feel if I spent the rest of my life relaxing and sleeping in and just indulging?
Damn, I don't think very many women are going to be okay with that at all. They wait, but you can go make more. It's just not enough.
In my hobbies. I didn't do any work anymore. I just enjoyed my life. How would you feel about that? Again, I warn you, only ask your girlfriend or wife this question if you're feeling genuinely brave. And hopefully, fingers crossed, you guys who are subscribed to my channel, who know this stuff, who ideally have made good choices and are partnered with high-quality women, you get an answer that is really great. She'll say, oh, that would be amazing. God, life is difficult. Don't we deserve
so we can spend all of our lives together now. Enjoy yourselves. That'd be wonderful. But no, you're probably going to get a lot of... Wait, you're not going to work anymore? Are you going to make more money?
Happiness, if that occurred, and you made...
It's funny because that's even my own thought process is like, wait, why would I stop working after I got $10 million? I just use that $10 million to make $100 million.
That genius investment investment, then you just deserve to relax and have fun. And I get to relax with you. I would feel like the luckiest woman on earth. And every day I saw you indulging your hobbies, it would just make me happy in my heart. To see you live your dream, to see you fulfilled, that would just be just heaven for me, man. But a lot of guys are like, that would feel good. I would love
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of us are getting that one.
I love my wife to respond that way. And if that's the answer you get, then, you know, bravo.
Agreed. You got a good one if your wife fucking says all that.
You found one of the good ones, you know, good for you. Sadly, that response is quite rare. What's more common is saying something like, well, I'd be pleased that we have the money, but I'm nervous how I would feel just watching you relax all day. I feel like I want you to be doing something. You know, maybe just work that you enjoy. You know, I think it would be good for you to get out of the house and like do some volunteer work or something. You know, I just feel like if you're not engaged in some project, I just don't know that I could respect you or that I would feel very attracted to you. And hearing this response, it might surprise you because you're thinking, I made tens of millions of dollars. Like, is that not enough? Like, I did my project and it worked. I won. How is that not enough? But understand, from a woman's point of view, it's not about the amount of resources.
No.
What matters is how those resources are being used. And again, I'm not denying that there isn't some truth to all of those other explanations that she offered up. But what a woman won't admit to is that even if you have millions of dollars, that doesn't really count for much in her mind if you're spending all of that money on yourself, your hobbies, your passion, your freedom. Seeing you become very wealthy and then just start indulging yourself, buying all the things you've always wanted, doing whatever it is that you want, believe it or not, rather than feeling happy for you, a lot of women will feel very insecure. And I know that this might be hard to believe, but many women would actually prefer to be with a husband who makes significantly less money if it means that his job makes it so that he is too busy to focus on spending all the money he makes.
This reminds me of the whole separating you from your money thing, right? If you are retired and stuff, you are with your money. You go everywhere with your money. She has to enjoy your money with you. But if you're working very hard and you're always at work, she gets to spend your money any way she wants. I'm seeing the pattern now.
Himself. If he's occupied in making the money and not thinking about spending it, that means that she gets to be in control of
You
how
should
much
watch
spend.
this video. You should have picked this video, chat.
It's a choice of mine to do so because she is one of the only philosophers who actually ever spoke about the concept of toxic femininity, and she did so with such masterful clarity. This passage is spoken by one of the female villains in Atlas Shrugged, Lillian Reardon, and in this monologue, she is describing why she is always actively trying to sabotage her husband's business from the angle of a horse.
The last video I would have picked was the best one. L. It was an L show today. It's the Philly Phil Twitch Show, Philly Phil Twitch Show, Philly Phil Twitch Show. I'm Philly Phil. This is a Twitch show. No notes. We took no notes.
You would keep it bridled down to the gate, provided to carry you in comfort, even though this meant the sacrifice of its full capacity, even though its top speed would never be seen and its great power would be wasted. You would do it because if you let the horse go full blast, it would throw you off in no time. This is
damn. The man goes full force. He's just too good for you. He will leave you behind.
The fear that many women feel but never admit, that they don't actually want their husbands to reach their full potential, to truly become huge successes and self-actualize, because they're scared that if their husbands ever did discover the means to enact their full autonomy, then they would lose control of them. Like a wild horse that was broken in and tamed, that suddenly rediscovers its wildness and then throws off its rider and just runs back out into the wilderness. This is what women are scared of, that if a man in their life is given space to discover their innate wildness again, you know, their true rhythm, that he's just going to gallop off. And so many...
Which is what's happening, right? Men are actually discovering this. There's a lot of midtown men are figuring it out. Oh, I don't need a woman. Oh, I can make a lot of money without one. Oh, I have more money because I don't have one. Shit's good.
Women have a sweet spot, okay? This is like a specific place that she wants him to inhabit in order to maximize the benefit that he brings to her life.
More money, yes.
Real masculinity, you know, any drive, ambition, or talent, then that's not good for her. You know, he's not generating much, and so she doesn't really benefit. But women know that a man's masculinity, his confidence, his ambition, that is very closely related to his autonomy and his independence. A fire can cook your food and it can keep you warm, but it can also burn down your house. The fire is useful so long as it is tamed and inside your control. And so it goes with men. Yes, she wants him to be masculine, she wants him to be ambitious and strong.
Again, this is why a lot of women like the Pookie and Ray Ray types. They are the strong, taller, bigger types. But
I don't know, send in, you got a video, send in the video chats in the comments. Hey, check this video out. I know you can comment on this one. Catch you Tuesday. Oh, we still got like 30 seconds. We still got a dirty 30.
They don't really have much of the ambition or whatever. They don't mind that, but they're easily controlled. They are the prized horse in a sense that because of looks, status, or height and everything, that they can control, right? Prized horses that are not the brightest are easier to control amongst these women.
Independent, but not too much. She doesn't ever really want him to become a complete success.
Right, that's why they like the couch surfing Tukis. Ray Ray's and Tukis because they know that Ray Ray can't leave them because he doesn't make any money. He doesn't go anywhere. He needs her.
Fully realize all of his dreams, because at that point he ceases to be useful to her because he's now following his own interests, his own passions. He's awakened the deepest part of his own masculine autonomy.
They spitting.